and it releases everything you do mentally. And I thought Kipper early in the game was exceptional because he guarded.
You said most of the year you liked what you saw from your guys and how you guys were playing. So how would you evaluate this first year here?
Well, I think it was growth. I think it was frustrating. I think it was challenging. I think you start looking at the 3 overtime losses, the half-court shot, the 15-point lead at Ohio State, the 10-point lead at Michigan. You can see some of the things that we're excited about, but you've got to make free throws. You got to block out on the free throw line. You got to inbound the ball. Those are all youth and inexperienced things, and the cliche, the best thing about freshmen as they become sophomores, couldn't ring any more true. And we need all of them to be consistent and to improve in the off season, and they will. They all got tons of minutes and great opportunities to grow. But yet we're the University of Illinois, and finishing where we finished and not playing deep into the weekend and playing into March, that's not acceptable here, and I'm not going to tolerate that, and we've got work to do.
Mark Smith comes in as Mr. Basketball, heralded recruit, your first recruit here. Do you feel like there was a little bit more pressure put on him than needed to perform?
I probably need to ask him that. I would think. I think there's. It's unfair. Mr. Basketball is a boys' award. That's given to a high school. Those are given to things you did playing against high school competition. These are pros. These are grown men. He's playing against 22, 23-year-olds. Huge difference. Very unfair if there was criticism or expectations that were unreal. Freshman to freshman. Mark had some great moments this year. He had some growing spurts. He had some things he had to learn. The game is not an easy game to play at the highest level, and all of our freshmen had those things. So I'm excited about Mark. He wasn't necessarily healthy all the time. Didn't play in the last game. Fighting flu. I think he had the flu 2 or 3 different times this year. And that all leads to a certain level of frustration, but I'm excited about his future.
We've also seen Trent Frazier perform on the court. What do you want to see from him this offseason and into next year?
Yeah, leadership. I think it's the next step. It's maturity, it's growth, it's an expectation level. He did his part this year. He went from a young man who didn't hardly play against Northwestern and score to making the all-freshman team. He showed his talents. He's very talented. He's got to get bigger. He's got to get stronger. He's got to understand the game. He's got to continue to grow in that area. We've got a great staff that will help him do that. And now that he becomes so-called marked man, now he's got to lead, and that's the next step.
I'm sure you get a little bit of a start on recruiting now. So what's your outlook and what are you looking for the rest of this recruiting period into next year?
Well, we've been involved in recruiting. Recruiting never stops and never slows down. And we left 2 scholarships open. We only played with 11 this year. We did that intentionally, knowing that we needed growth and we needed to continue to add pieces. IO is a good start, and then we've got to continue to fill in with the other pieces, and obviously. There's holes. We weren't the most athletic team, but as well. But we've got to. We'll find the right pieces, and we want guys that want to play at the University of Illinois. That's for sure.
Yesterday, you told Steve Greenberg that as a staff, you, after the season's over, think about what you want to do with other tournaments, and you've got at least another week or 2 to think about that, unless you've made up your mind already.
No, I think I don't even know what's out there in terms of, I know we're not going to the NCAA tournament. I know we're not going to the NIT. Beyond that, I haven't been presented anything, and we'll see where that goes. I haven't.
You're going to use the next month or so, though, as long as you can practice with the team, to do something with the team.
Well, we have to take now that our season's officially over in terms of the regular season. We've got to sit down and evaluate what we do next. We have mandatory. We have to take off a certain amount of days. I'll get with Joey in compliance on that, and then we'll have a very, very productive spring in the weight room. That's when guys get better. Get in the weight room, getting with coaches individually, working on their game, studying film. We'll do a lot of that this offseason.
Apart from Trent and Mark, you got a couple of other freshmen, and Matisse, you said earlier this year, it would have been nice to redshirt him, but we didn't really have that opportunity. Talk about what you see from Greg and Matisse.
Well, those are two young guys that Adam Fletcher is going to be their best friend. Mm-hmm. They've been able to lay witness to what the size, the girth, the strength that they need to play with. They're both very talented. Greg, in particular, had a lot of very, very positive moments this year as a freshman. I think that Matisse has oodles and gobs of talent, and the adversity that he's gone through, first time in this country, getting adjusted to the style of play, getting adjusted to college life, was monumental. And I'm very excited about what both those guys can bring us.
Yesterday, you said you're very self-critical. You came into a bad situation. You just finished your first year. What kind of grade are you thinking about for yourself?
I don't know yet. I don't know. You got to give me a little time on that. Playing the last game, there's a lot more to me than just in self-reflection than just a rash decision or. I like a lot of things. There's a lot of things I know I'm going to change, but we'll see. We'll see. Ask me that question in 3 weeks or a month.
Okay.
And I'll give you an honest answer.
Good deal. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.